Good morning, everyone. It's good to talk to you today. It was wonderful to worship with you yesterday, even though it was online. It was a new experience for me and perhaps for you. But after the response that we had, we discovered that I had just preached to the largest group that I've been preaching to since I've been here in Cresswell. So it was okay. We had a lot of fun doing it. We decided to come to you on a daily blog just to kind of stay informed. So I'd like to start by giving you some information about what's coming up next with the Cresswell Church of Christ. Because of all of the occurrences, because of the mandate that's just come down this morning from the governor's office, all of our church events for the foreseeable future are canceled. That includes our beautification Saturday, all of our small groups, all of our youth ministry events, anything else that's scheduled for us to meet as a group at the church building. It's all been canceled. We're continuing to move our Sunday worship to be online worship. That will be again, as far as as we know about for the foreseeable future. We're going to stream our weekly service at 10 a.m. every Sunday on Facebook. It'll be live. Also, the worship will be available on our website at about noon on each Sunday. We're also shifting gears in some other areas. We want to maintain our forward movement about our vision. We've been in prayer about it. Things are going to look different for quite a while, but we're going to still live with our vision. We're going to still try to make Cresswell a better place, a family at a time. So here's some things that you can count on as it relates to communication. Since we're not going to be together on a weekly basis to greet each other and tell each other what's going on, the communication channels that we're going to be using all along will be this one. Primarily, we'll also use our emails. We use texting. We want to encourage you to go to the website every day and just see if there's new updates that will be placed there. We're going to continue Food for Kids. We will make a decision on a weekly basis, but we know we're going to continue to do it this week. So that will still happen on Friday afternoon at 5:30. We're going to continue the working for Hope Restored to refurbish the house that we're working on right now. That will be with small numbers of people at different times, but we will keep you informed about that. I want to encourage you that since we're still involved in the daily mission of our church, that for you to use our online giving. I want to encourage you to do that. And then I want to encourage you to pray every day for our church as a part of God's kingdom, for what's going on in our world today. And I want to bring you up to date on a couple of things that's about our world. A little over a year ago, I spoke for a series of time from a book called Tribe by the author's name Sebastian Junger. And it's all about community. And in fact, as he starts his book, he says that he was so bored with his life that he wanted to see if there was a better way of living, different way of doing things. He writes this: the sheer predictability of life in an American suburb left me hoping somewhat irresponsibly for a hurricane or a tornado or something that would require us to all band together to survive, something that would make us feel like a tribe. What I wanted wasn't destruction or mayhem, but the opposite, solidarity. I wanted the chance to prove my worth to my community and to my peers. I think it's interesting. He said he was looking for something that would pull us together. He was looking for perhaps a storm or something that would help the community come together. But what we're facing now is a little bit different than that, because what we're asked to do is stay away from each other, to keep the 6 feet between us. Um, it's hard to stay in solidarity when you can't even give a friendly hug or a handshake. In fact, we're told to not meet together. But we do have an opportunity to still go forward. In a recent email from former governor of Oregon, John Kitzhaber, um, he says that there is a response to be made by the community. And he says that anyone who's been to the grocery store recently will see empty shelves and long lines of worried people stocking up on food, household cleaners, and everything in between. Some of this may be due to the expectation that they might be quarantined or that they will self-isolate to reduce the chances of exposure to the virus. But much of it, he says, is due to the uncertainty that has been created by the pandemic. It's created hoarding behavior, which reflects an every person for themselves response rather than a we're all in this together response. And he says, notwithstanding these divisive and difficult times, there's an opportunity here, and I think an imperative for us to pull together as Oregonians. We can respond to this pandemic by retreating into fear and blame and suspicion toward one another, or we can do what we've done so many times before. We can remember that we are truly all in this together, that the coronavirus does not respect income, partisanship, or political ideology, and that by facing this challenge together as a caring and compassionate Oregon community, we can emerge stronger and more united than when we began. It is my prayer that we live that and don't retreat into an opportunity of selfishness, but rather into an opportunity of caring for each other. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Goodbye.